Frodo, Bilbo. Where's the ring? Give me the ring, Bilbo. Frodo. Frodo. Bilbo. Bilbo Baggins. Frodo Baggins. Oh, Bilbo. What did you find, Bilbo? What did you find? Bilbo, give me a little ring, Bilbo. Bilbo.
Previously on the Danger Club podcast.
Roll for initiative.
Maybe. I can't imagine whatever's in that pool would be beneficial to us.
You are facing down Irene Largefeet. 3 of them have had physical contact with you.
Yeah, 3 of them have.
You can't win, you know.
I'm going to use Titan Wrestler.
I'm going to put a wall of water up.
Irene shoves Karagor down into the pool.
You in that dress and...
As you see the face of a lemur.
The adventure continues now.
Yeah, so, you know, we've all been to the pub, apart from Dan.
Hold on.
Let me know when you're...
We are.
Oh, we're recording now,
for fuck's sake.
Secret record.
Secret record, Dan.
I'll accept this bullshit on Danger Things because it's not my show, but none of this. I had a lovely chat the other day. Thank you for turning the timer. There we are. I was at a party the other day, and I was given some wisdom by somebody at the party, which I found very valuable. We were talking about the podcast because I'm that dick who talks about my podcast at a party. They asked. He said, He said, "Do you feel a lot of responsibility because you've got listeners now? You've got people listening to you play games. Do you feel sort of responsibility for that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I was like, well, yeah, I feel like if we make a mistake on this show, if I get a rule wrong or something, I feel shit about it for about a week afterwards because I'm like, I've let people down. We're trying to make this really good show. People are giving us their time, and we're fucking it up, or we're making a mistake." And he was like, "Have you ever considered that maybe you make mistakes for those people so that they don't need to, and that actually they appreciate the learning experience of listening to you?" And I was just...
So,
and also,
how many bags of this wisdom did he give you then?
Oh, yes. It was quite a wise party. I've taken that wisdom, put it in my pocket.
It's pretty trippy, that wisdom.
It's an excellent wisdom. Sometimes
that's quite bubble wisdom, isn't it? Like everything's a gift.
We've always said we're not a rules podcast. It's about the story. So you know, rules obviously help, but it's all about the story and the journey that we have.
I know, but my neuroses are so deep rooted that I have to be fucked off my head at a party and told by somebody across the room in order to believe it for myself. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Danger Club podcast.
Dan's not even drunk yet, and he's already opening up.
Oh my god! Right, okay. So this has been a busy record day. We've done a load of Danger Things, and now we're back doing this.
On the
We finished it.
Danger Things on the Patreon.
Spoiler.
£5 here if you want to join in. By the way,
Still there. It's still there. You haven't missed it.
Yeah.
It's still there. It's right there.
Still there.
Manscaped.com if you want to.
If you like 1985, if you like.
We did this in an intro. It came
if
out
you
last
like
week.
bikes, kids.
If you like kids.
Adventure.
The 80s.
Then head on down to our Patreon.
Patreon.com/Danger Club podcast.
We
If you
didn't
want a
rehearse this,
1985 experience. Manscaped.com if you don't want a 1985 experience, if you want a much more modern, smoother experience. There'll be a proper advert for that later on in the show. But we have quite the episode to do, so I'm very glad that all of you have been to the pub for a quick pint before we dive into this very elaborate combat.
Mate, I'm a lemur, so I was just getting into character.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot that. Shit.
Man, I would have bought the book now, Dan.
You're King Julian.
Oh my god, the magical lemur water. So you've been transformed. Yeah, should we talk a little bit about
lemurs?
Let's talk a little bit about the combat, how things started out, how we think it's going, and then we'll talk a little bit about lemur water and what that actually means. Colin, I'm so glad you got me the episode record for the last one because I've got all of the notes of everything that happened in the last one. Because there's so
Are they like drums?
I forgot that there is a wall of water across the room.
Dan, I just want to say that actually because we were having a little WhatsApp message chat while we were sending episodes over to each other. What happened with the microphone talk?
What happened with the microphone talk?
Yeah, because last week it was like all like, yeah, you should learn how to use a fucking microphone.
Yeah.
And then like this week, what was it like?
It was really positive.
Yeah, there you go.
And I'm glad you've aggressively made me point out that you were nice to me over WhatsApp.
That's right. I'm a nice guy, all right? Tell everyone. What a nice guy.
I was just trying to show that everything turned out well, Dangerlings. It's fine.
It did.
Yeah.
I'm happy, and again, we are still using the directional mic today. So
Yes, we are.
Colin, put the gun away.
I was nice, wasn't I, Dan? No, sorry. I thought that was a nice thing, but actually, on listening back, that was a big
Listening
move.
back? Are you listening back to our podcast,
I'm
Rob?
always listening while recording.
Always.
He rewinds a couple of seconds. Just go,
Fucking hell, that was-
oh, wow. God, that sounded like that. Damn.
I'm living like 5 seconds in the future. I know what you're going to say before you say it.
You like can beep us.
Oh,
bit
my
like-
name's Ross. Oh,
It's a bit like the future glasses that Morty wears, that become debilitating because you just keep walking towards the thing that you want it to be
Yeah.
until you can't move anymore. Yeah.
So we're going to die.
with Jessica.
I have not said you're going to die.
Well, I mean, we're facing against a big old guy, another big guy,
big old
a load
guy
of guys,
facing a big
and
old guy.
and then a lemur is with us now.
It's a demon. Is a like very powerful demon guy.
Yeah.
He's called Rustle, and the little demon guys should work for him.
No,
Yeah.
none of them are demons.
Although,
What? No, what do you mean none of them are demons?
So there's one demon dinosaur, there's a wizard, and then there's a load of human
and you
minions.
touched.
Are you
them.
sure? I thought he was a demon.
No, he.
No. So there's
not.
a demon dinosaur.
The demon dinosaur is a demon. I can
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
confirm the demon. Who do we remember the name of the demon dinosaur?
Gaganez.
Daganez.
Oh,
That was the
Gargamel.
one you killed a couple of episodes ago.
Gargamel.
It is not Gargamel again, Smurfs. No, it is Irene Largefeet.
That was it. Was a Patreon. named
thank you, Chris,
NPC,
for Irene.
And then Scott touched the other guys, the humans, with his.
3 of them.
No, you touched all of them. I think.
You've there's one you've yet to touch. So there was
the untouched.
the unsullied. So yes, Karagor went across the room to all of them while you guys hung back
we
with
just hope.
the plan of trying to infect them, and then all running out of the room and seeing what happens. You managed to touch. Well, you managed to like spit on one of them and then touch 2 of them before it all kicked off. One of them got round behind you to try and flank you, and then Fulton shoved the demon into the cursed water, and the cursed demon water.
I mean, can I just give a shout? I know the result wasn't what we wanted, and it was a good plan, but actually, it went a bit backfired.
It massively
But
backfired.
well done for that, mate. That was a moment right there, wasn't
I
it?
did
It was.
think I was like,
it was such a
that's
cool moment. So, sorry, Dan. I just want to shout out that moment
Thanks,
again
mate.
because we talked a little bit about in the episode, but like
I had
Tiny
this-
Fulton.
I had this cool image of like me pushing in, and then if it didn't drown, then you like laying the like lightning on it, but it didn't work.
I know. I was already the lightning. It's
Oh,
one of
well.
those things where it's like,
You
it's
Dan
somebody
gives
walking
it.
off.
back.
And
I'll tell you what.
Big gun, were you there, James?
No, I'm using all the big guys. Shut up, mate. Jesus. And I wasn't to know that we were about to sleep outside the lair of the boss.
He's got some tricks up.
We
his
glossed
sleeve.
over. We glossed over one of the most Velda moments in the show a couple of episodes ago when he was looking down at Shania lying bleeding on the floor and barely conscious, and went, "Shania, have you got some healing for yourself and others?"
I mean, was that after I rolled a natural 20 on my medicine check for her?
It was.
There we are,
you've
so
paid
shut
to
your
be
face,
reminded.
Dan.
Oh my goodness! Right, I tell you what. For the kicking in the water, James, chuck me bag over, and I'm going to give Ross a danger point. 'Cause he deserves one. That is
Danger,
absolutely
danger.
fair. It was very, very well done. So that's my bag.
That's all
Thank
right,
you
so-
very
so, yeah.
much. And we'll grab the cards out and we'll
Yeah.
give one over to good old
That was a
Fulton.
great moment.
However, it wasn't the only person to go in the cursed water.
No.
Karagor One Fang, after holding the line against everyone while everyone was back.
Lemurs
Question.
are always on time.
Was it? Is it? Do you just roll whatever and it, or is it specifically lemur?
There's a couple of things with it. It basically affects them in a particular way. It affects demons in a particular way. It heals stupendously evil creatures. For creatures who are not evil, and I know we don't really play around with alignment on this. We don't really do the traditional kind of axes of alignment. but I'm kind of looking at it in terms of compared to these guys who live in the jungle sacrificing people and eating their guts, you guys who are in your own way trying to save the world are less evil than they are. So there is a kind of a seesaw effect. It affects people who are their enemies in a different way, in which they have to make a save, or they're affected by a polymorph. And I know I referred to a tubby lemur. The text of the spell says it transforms you into a fat lemur or other animals suitable only as prey.
I love the way this says a fat lemur.
Yeah, right.
Not just a lemur, it's got to be a fat one.
Yeah.
Little fatty.
Is it pH fat or?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Also, like the whole point of lemurs is that lemurs evolved in Madagascar, and they're shit. That's their whole thing. They evolved somewhere with no predators, and it's what happens when you evolve somewhere with no predators, and they just become lazy and stupid.
They're just really chill, aren't they?
Yeah, they're just super chill, which is why they just get devastated as soon as people arrive, and they've got no idea what to do. So, how a lemur evolves in the Mwangi Expanse, the most dangerous jungle in the world? They're just sitting there sunning their balls in the morning. Have you ever seen a picture of a lemur first thing in the morning? They go out and do a little, like a yoga pose and like warm their bellies in the sun.
To be fair, when they first went in their first genus, they were about the size of gorillas.
Oh yeah, giant lemurs.
Oh my
Giant
God,
lemurs.
really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I love this about some animals. It's like some birds in New Zealand, like when people first arrived, like I know people were there before, but when, the Western ships arrived on New Zealand, they just started killing loads of birds because they didn't know what death was. So they just stood there like taking death. Do you know what I mean? All these like kakapos and stuff were just like, yep, kill me, it's fine.
I think it's howler monkeys, or there's one monkey that was like almost wiped out because they're so protective and so aggressive and so harmless that basically if you would hunt one of them, they just rush you and have no capacity to save the other monkey at all, but they would just run and just die in their droves like Stalingrad.
Wow.
There's a big pool, isn't there, somewhere where the water cut off from the rest of the ocean, and there's a massive like saltwater pool where loads of jellyfish live, but they've evolved so they've got no stingers.
Really?
So they're just because they've got no predators whatsoever.
Oh, so they're like the pandas of the jellyfish world.
Now,
Anyone not on Patreon?
anyone not on Patreon wouldn't get that joke. So
I mean, to be fair,
Anyone on Patreon won't get that joke because that bit won't air for another couple of weeks.
Well, it's true,
Strap
it's
in
true.
for some
so strap in for some panda
to be
jokes.
fair, if anyone has been listening since the beginning, I think I have dissed pandas before on the main.
They're not on the
Have you
tweeters
really?
list.
They're not on the Twitter. No, well, I don't think they're a tweet as
Save
pandas
it.
because they wouldn't anyway. They just sit there chewing their bamboo, like
Tweet as
idly
pandas.
looking at their useless genitalia.
Tweet
I mean,
as
what
that big pause.
evolutionary dead end? Anyway,
They're on the list now.
tweet as pandas.
Yeah.
You useless.
Get on
bears.
that list. Now, the rules for Baleful Polymorph are slightly vague as pertains to when it happens to a player character. They're very obvious when it happens to a monster. But for a player, there's a little wiggle room in there. So the way I'm taking it is there's nothing in this that says to me that you would lose your abilities as a ranger from being turned into a lemur.
So it'd be a combat lemur.
You still have opposable. You still. So I've decided you still have opposable thumbs. You can still move around. So essentially, you can still play your character. However, you are currently a lemur, and as such, and in my defence, I honestly did think it was going to be Fulton that fell into the pool. However, your vocal cords have shrunk as a result, and so your voice is now much akin to a lemur's.
What about all his equipment and stuff? Does the magic is his cutlasses like now lemur size?
Yeah, he's got little cutlasses.
Yeah, this is one of those cinematic magic bits, isn't it? Because in reality, all of his stuff would be at the bottom of the pool because it's got blah, 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 straight off. But
Most polymorph spells do say that all your equipment and stuff shrinks with you. I think.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, it's the druid problem, isn't it? Because otherwise you get druids would change into a creature and be naked for the entire adventure with no stuff.
All Shania's ever wanted.
The druid problem, or the Fantastic Four movie problem, as I got from rewatching some of that, which I was like, we didn't realize how much of that film is just about trying to get Jessica Alba in her underwear in moments that do not, because she keeps turning invisible, but her clothes don't turn invisible, except maybe her underwear.
God, sorry, when you said Fantastic Four, I immediately thought Enid Blyton. Don't know why.
The famous
Don't know
line,
why.
the Secret Service, the Fantastic
Enid
Four.
Blyton? But what? When was Jessica Alba in an Enid Blyton thing? Well, with like lashings and lashings of ginger ale.
Yeah, that's a crossover, isn't it? They're all in
Yeah.
the park, trying to solve a
yeah.
quaint little mystery, and then there's just a burning horizon. I mean, the torch just flies over them.
I mean, 1 minute they're having lashings of ginger beer, and the next they're trying to get Jessica Alba in underwear. I mean, it took a dark turning. It's like, are you okay?
But again, that might be a reference to our American or listeners that are not from the British Isles. Is Enid Blyton famous?
We'll find out.
She was played by Jessica Alba in that biopic.
Turns out Enid Blyton spent a lot of time in her underwear.
Tweet us Blyton, tweet us Alba.
That's a good point.
Tweet us
John.
Eminem.
For anyone interested in Enid
Anyone,
Blyton
really.
stories, it is a strangely spelt name, but she was famous for very twee books back in the early 20th
Yeah,
century.
some of them were-
they're spiffing adventures for young children to go off and fight smugglers. And
there were some of the like fantasy ones that proper gave me nightmares.
Yeah.
Like one about like this sort of Cub Scout guy who thought that everything was logical and he knew everything and he could find his way no matter what. And then he got caught up in this magic fog and he couldn't find his way. So he went to knock on someone's door and it was like an evil elf dude. Oh, we used to have it like on a tape that we'd listen to in the car, and it freaked me the fuck out. And I didn't stop listening to it. I kept listening to it over and over again and got horrible nightmares. It was horrendous.
wow.
Yeah.
Tweet us
Gracious.
tapes.
Talking of horrible nightmares, let's.
Yeah, I'm.
Die.
Just before we jump into this, I appreciate this is quite a long ramble, but
No, it's good.
things looking pretty grim.
Yeah.
I know we faced grim before, but
Four wizards
That could, yeah.
yeah,
Four
four
wizards,
spellcasters, a giant crocodile dude,
and the boss.
and the boss.
Humans that are going to
Haven't
turn into
even
blobs
scratched.
at any moment as well. Like,
Crocodile.
You have achieved the
Giant
No, crocodile,
dinosaur,
the
dinosaur, I get
man
it,
sort of thing.
we have got the bottleneck, yeah. On your map, I know you said that earlier, Dan, but Bubba has gone outside the door.
Yep,
Yes.
that's where you are on the map.
Just making sure.
That's where you are. I don't.
Lovely.
The only people. So everyone has gone outside the room, along with Edie. Whatever's going on with Edie, there's a lot of discussion about that on the Discord
We
at the
don't
moment.
talk about Edie.
No.
Yeah, Edie, man.
And the only people still in the room are Karagor, whose token I have replaced with a picture of a lemur pulling a face. That's mostly for me, but got to get my joys. And Velda, who is near the doorway but hasn't yet to step out of the room,
Yes.
and has the has Irene Large Feet bearing down on him. Things that are currently in effect, just to remind you. Velda, you're sustaining a flaming sphere at the moment.
I am. Which is
it'll be
been
your go in a minute, but it's up to you what you do with it.
Pointless so far.
Karagor is enfeebled 2. The cultists have got some stuff going on. Velda is stupefied 1. And there is currently, just for a record, there is currently no Inspire Courage in effect. And
That's correct.
there is a wall of water across the room that Shania brought up to cut the room in half. So currently, Nyamet and 3 of his followers are trapped on the other side. Trapped as you are by a wall of water, but they're on the other side of the wall of water currently. And that's where we're going to pick things up for now. So Lima Karagor is still in the pool of water and he's just kind of pulling himself up out of it. You've just seen his face pop up from the other side of it. And we're going to jump straight back in to the to initiative. And it's Velda Campbellite's go.
Right, I'd like to keep the sphere going. This is a bit of a gamble, keeping the sphere going, because it's not been very efficient. And I'd like to roll it on, because there's
Don't
one
forget,
dude.
you are in combat as well at the moment. I don't know if you saw the map, but
Oh, I am in combat.
He's in
It's
melee.
It's run up, isn't it?
Sustaining, I don't believe is I don't think it's a manipulate action to sustain.
'cause
So
it
you
is just
can
a-
just move, you can do that without having to worry.
Okay, well, I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Because he does have attack of up, doesn't he? This guy. And there isn't a 5-foot step anymore, is there?
No, the step action is an action. It's one action.
Just one action. Okay. In that case, I'm going to maintain the sphere. I'm going to plonk it on the dude. I think there's one dude who's separated from the other dudes, isn't he? And he's run around the side of the... And he was coming towards Fulton. Fulton. I'd like to drop the sphere on him. I'll put the sphere there.
Okay. no problem. You drop.
That rather lame noise is what the sphere makes. So it sounds like a tiny growling cat. All right.
It's a 15 on the save, which I think will be a fail.
Good.
So
In
roll
that case,
full damage for him.
he takes. Sorry, I've upgraded to a tablet some time ago, and it's being really slow. It's 3d6.
That doesn't sound like an upgrade.
Whoa, 1. Oh, for God's sake! Oh my God!
Got a dice tray on the table, everyone.
Yeah. Oh God!
Who needs it?
Oh, okay. Well, that was a real mixed bag there. So that is a 9 points of burning damage,
9 points of damage.
and I'd like to take a step and a step.
Are they-
I could take a step and then a move action
Yep.
to move away, sort of thing. So I'm stepping out of combat with him.
Were they immune to fire damage or something?
The demon was.
You'll be pleased to know the cultists are not. They take full damage from that fire. But yes, Irene has got very good fire resistance.
Yeah, it was basically like, don't even bother. So yeah, and then I'd like to move, because we're making a bottleneck, I do need line of sight for the sphere, so I'd like to sort of move back and off to the side to keep line of sight with that cultist, but so I'm not, sort of out,
You got it.
To the side. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Nice. So you move back kind of to the back line, basically, behind Shania and Philippe, but still keeping line of sight on that dude. Nice.
Ready to bring the big guns.
Bringing the big guns. It is the turn of Karagor the Lemur.
Lima.
That's what they sound like.
Were you listening to lemurs on your phone while we were doing the...
Yeah.
I love that.
I just thought I'd lemur into the role.
Very nice.
So I think the enfeebled lemur Karagor, who is also still hasted.
I
Yes.
believe so.
Yeah, you are still
Yes.
hasted.
Yes. Yes. There's gonna be to a lemur brain, wall of water, things trying to stab it. Primal fear, probably gonna leave that combat, even though I'm not sure Karagor would. I think the lemur would. Also enfeebled. So, but being hasted, can I get out? I know I'm risking an attack of opportunity from this guy that I'm still in combat with. Is the dinosaur demon blocking the doorway entirely next to Velda?
If you want to get out through the doorway, you will pass through one of his threatened squares.
But I can get past him.
But you can get past him.
I think that's all the primordial, the little lemur guy is going to do, because it's scary now to a lemur. So I'm just going to bounce, I think.
Yeah.
That's what lemur would do. I'm going to leave towards the bottleneck, towards people that were vaguely smell of less fear than the other things.
It's a frightening time. You climb up out of the water. The cultists do not have attack of opportunity, so you're fine, and you run back past everyone at super lemur speed. Irene is going to take a bite at you as you run past.
Fair.
Because you are prey.
What is was that one action to get sort of level or near to Irene?
It is so 1 to get out of the pool, 1 to get next to Irene,
One more.
and then 1 more to.
Get into the bottleneck.
Yeah.
It's not an action spare there to take a swipe at Irene as I go by, is there?
Well, you're hasted. Yeah, you've got enough if you want to take a.
Oh yeah, I am hasted. I just said that. Yeah, maybe I'll take a little swipe, but a running swipe. But I think roll her attack first as opportunity.
Nice, I like this. Okay, yep. Let's go for.
Because I've had the shit kicked out of me.
You mean?
I've been sitting here for weeks being like, I'm going to make Ross a lemur. And now I'm living in a world and I don't know what's going to happen.
I would have been like King Julian.
Does it basically make it? Because now it's Karagor, that's more like Rocket, really. So we've kind of got our own little Rocket lemur.
Kind of.
What would he be called, though? What would he, rather than Rocket?
Beelzebub was the artifice, the alchemist. So Rocket made shit. I guess that would be more of a lean in there.
I guess.
You're saying personality-wise, what is it? Have you done like some kind of Guardians of the Galaxy personality quiz late or something?
I did. Yeah.
saw that.
Yeah, and it came up straight Rocket. I was like, I'm not surprised.
I got half Mantis, half Star-Lord.
Really? Yeah. I thought you'd be a lot more Star-Lord.
It means I'm an arrogant empath.
Oh, it's only a 21. So
21. Well, hang on, wait. How much has my armor class been reduced as Lima and as no? Enfeebled doesn't change in my armor
Enfeebled
class.
will not change your armor class. Lima does not change your armor class.
Oh, okay,
so-
then definitely not. No way.
Oh my god, the jaws snap shut over your head as you run past, and you take a swing.
Okay, but with a minus because I've been enfeebled, right?
You do, yes.
It's like a -2 or something, isn't it?
-2 to attack and damage.
And it is. It's not gonna matter. It's a 30 to hit. So
30.
sorry, 28.
A 28 is a hit.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't study this target, but never mind. So 13 points of damage.
13 points. So those of you outside see a lemur burst out of the pool, clad in armor with a pair of little mini flails, come barreling across, whack the dinosaur in the leg, duck underneath its jaws, and then come running out and join all of you outside.
What the fuck?
Who the fuck are you?
It moves very quickly for such a chubby lemur.
It's got an eye patch.
Hey.
Oh, wait, shit, it's my boyfriend.
Carolina.
Carolina.
Caroline.
Or Carolina.
Yes.
I think I recognise that. Wait, am I there?
If you're Karagor
Yeah,
One
you're there.
Fang,
Yes, that armor looks particularly familiar, and they're like tiny versions.
Oh
of-
my god.
if you're Karagor One Fang, wave.
I wave. Wait, can I
Oh my
understand? I can
Yeah,
understand.
you can understand people.
Oh
wave.
my god, it's Karagor.
Oh dear.
Lima.
Oh, he's a lemur for the
what
rest of his
happened to
life.
How did you know he was a lemur?
Oh, I know lemurs when I see him.
Well, I mean, I knew. No.
When was the last time you saw a lemur? It
Velda,
could be anything.
I knew he was a lemur. I said to everyone that he was a lemur, but you weren't fucking listening. Okay?
No,
you know
I was
why I
talking-
know? Because I fucking know nature, you piece of shit.
But-
Now,
Hey, I
Also,
don't know.
Why are you so
boyfriend.
angry with me? I don't understand. I'm
always angry.
I'm a bit distracted
My
by the
special secret.
enormous fucking dinosaur thing.
What's a lemur?
It's that.
Oh,
The Velda points to Karagor.
he's a bit
He's saying
lumpy.
he's never
I mean,
lost
I've got to say,
fight
it's an
to
improvement.
man,
We're in the
nor
middle of a
beast,
fight.
nor
We are in the
lemur,
middle of
nor...
a fight.
Lima sort of shakes his hands out unsure at this moment.
I've got or Gorham's balls, one of the two. Like,
We're gonna die.
oh yeah.
Oh my god.
The lemur sort of tugs at Velda's robe, expectantly shrugging.
I mean,
Who's
to be
fighting next?
I'm not entirely sure. I know, I don't have a spell for it. God, I can even understand you when you're doing...
It's the eyebrows. You can understand everything.
Yes,
'cause
look
of
at
the
the
eyebrows.
bloody eyebrows. And he's got a tiny eye
Still got
patch.
the
It's
eyebrow
adorable.
talk,
Anyway, look, no, no,
Who's
I
next?
don't have anything for this. I mean, Shania would probably be... No, it'd probably be Shania would have something more to do with this. I mean, why do you put your faith in wizards? You think we're all necromancers anyway? Oh, fuck off. Look, how can I still
Yeah, you're
lose an
so right,
argument?
Carolina. He's like that, isn't he?
I can
Fucking
still lose an
hell.
argument to Karagor even when he's just making stupid sounds. This is ridiculous. Look, Shania, have you got anything to tell him back? This is more your forte than mine.
I'm trying to search my mind book. Just
I've got
give me a
some pocket
second.
meat. Maybe that might turn him back.
Being is that lemurs are actually have got more in common with apes than they do with rodents or anything. Carolina just gives a cautious high five to Philippe.
Philippe looks at you hungrily.
Oh,
No, Philippe. Eyes down. Shit, no, I did not prepare, like, dispel magic or anything. Sorry.
I might have a dispel magic.
Well, give it a go.
I've got to check first.
But wait, can we do this? Is that...
Yeah, we're just.
No, we're in the middle of combat. So
I'm happy for you to talk while so at the moment the cultists are having a go. So I'm moving some people up. I'm happy for you to obviously.
That's all right.
They're all the cultists are behind the water wall being like, do you have dispel magic? No, I thought you brought dispel magic. But every time.
if I cast this now, though, that means I don't get my go in combat, does it?
No, it means that I say stop cheating and wait for your go.
That's all right. We've sort of stepped
Nice
outside.
try, Hubbard.
We're having a conversation that's entirely illegal.
I'm
but,
like,
yeah.
Karagor obviously would like to be turned back. Scott, the player, understands if other players at the table have more important shit to do.
I mean,
Like,
you know,
there is a fight going on.
It's probably
so-
good to have, like, as Avengers assembled, really, doesn't it?
I mean, also
With a
Karagor
raccoon.
is arguably our best fighter.
And and is dispel magic going to work? Like
we don't know. We don't know.
It
We've got to
depends.
try.
I think it's worth a knowledge. I'm going to try a knowledge arcana check.
Is it your go at the moment?
But you can't do that right now.
I've got
I had literally just had my go, and then he came running up as a fucking lemur.
What player is next?
I think it's Bubba.
Oh, is it?
You could do
after
knowledge
the
arcana.
lads. Yeah.
Let's find out what's happening.
You've got a decent arcana check. Arcana score, haven't you?
Yeah, but again, like then I'm just gonna just be a waste of go, really.
Well, it could be.
Or is it a waste of go bringing you back?
Unless you do the check, and then you've still got 2 actions for a spell left.
Yeah. Because that's the thing. It would be useful before we start laying any spells on him to find out the nature of it. It could be a curse. It could be who the fuck knows.
My arcana's not very good. It's like a 7.
Let's find out.
Jim, what are you doing?
I'm trying to shave my most private of areas using these hedge trimmers.
Why the hell are you using them?
They were all I could find, Father. Surely there is nothing better.
There is, my little boy. Here is. It is called Manscaped. Yes, they offer a range of products to shave your unmentionables.
Oh, Father, but I do like to mention them. But then I do like them to be shaved.
Yes, well, you can get all their products and get 20% off plus free shipping with the code Danger Club at manscaped.com. Yes, that's right. 20% off plus free shipping with the code Danger Club at manscaped.com. Your balls, Jam, have been through enough with my constant stretching and pulling, so give them the best tools for the job at Manscaped.
Hooray! Ow, 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 ow.
Right, the lads. Oh, that took a little bit of sorting out with it. So, as you look at what happens, they plunge into the wall of water, which they have to try and swim through. Nice. To get to them.
In the water.
2 of them, on their first attempt, completely fluff their rolls
Hey.
and just kind of go in the water for an action, splashing around before managing to get the shit together and kind of pull themselves free of it. The other one, Blast, just dives straight through it to the other side and runs up. Eventually, they all make it kind of to just behind the Irene. However, 2 of them have ended up using basically all of their actions to get through the wall of water and so aren't able to cast spells this turn. One of them casts a spell and keeps the one who was chanting and banging his spear, keeps chanting and banging his spear, and you can get a palpable sense of dread emanating from him, but you're not close enough for it to affect you just yet. The other one who has a spell bangs his spear onto his shield and then thrusts it out towards all of you, and again a sort of a little wispy cloud comes flying over, and then when it gets into the middle of all of you, it just detonates like a depth charge, like kind of Boba Fett's mines. It's like a boom, just goes off as a sound burst explodes right in the middle of the group.
Fucks.
I need a fortitude save from Bubba, Fulton, Philippe, and Karagor.
Natural 20, baby.
Natural 20.
I rolled a 30.
22.
Smashed it.
Okay, so 18.
18 for Philly.
Oh,
Oh, wait, no, hold on.
Okay.
Because, wait, I didn't add anything onto that. What is it, a fortitude?
It is a fortitude. Okay, so that is going to be a success for Karagor. It is going to be a success for Bubba. It's going to be a critical success for Fulton.
So he got 32.
32, and it's a critical success for Philippe. So no damage for Philippe or Fulton, and for the other 2 of you, 8 points of sonic damage.
Nice.
Sonic boom. As you resist.
Sonic boom.
Steamed ham.
You resist the worst of the damage.
Localized entirely in your kitchen. Yes.
See it?
Goes in?
No.
That is still one of the best episodes. Oh, that's so good.
So silly.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And it is...
Steam clams.
It's Niamet's
Steam a good ham.
go.
Uh-oh.
I I hate it when bosses have to do apparently simple things like swimming through 5 feet of water.
Oh, what is the wizard not got dispel magic? Eh? Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
That's because Evie's about to turn around and cut all our heads off.
Nah, she could have done that by now.
She's on our side. She's going to transform into a...
She's not on their side either. Otherwise, she wouldn't need to keep up the ruse.
Yeah, me. She's going to help us.
Yeah, me.
Going to help us.
I mean, we could ask her and, help us and see what happens.
True.
She already kind of is, isn't she?
We'll just stand in there.
She's got a crossbow.
Yeah. Has your monster failed?
What's happened?
Nyamet, Lord of the Cult of Angazan, crit fails his swim check and begins drowning in 5 feet of water.
Yes. Oh, this is the best.
I mean, to be fair, he probably hasn't gone swimming for a long time.
Dangerlings, just for you at home, like, Dan was literally... We were having that conversation just then, and he had his head in his hands for a good 5 seconds before we said anything.
It's just outrageous. Oh,
it was wonderful.
Again. Okay, with this one, he manages to claw himself, just coughing and spluttering, staggers out of the thing. Oh, God, I'm so clean. I hate it. I swallowed. I think I swallowed a frog. Why is there a frog in there? I bet you wish it was cursed. I'll curse you. Fuck you.
Don't curse him.
Whoa.
Yeah, see? He cursed you in Lima.
Oh no, darling. Curse you. And he flings his hand out.
Actually, Dan, according to the battle map, Nyamet is not in line of sight of Fulton because Fulton's around the corner.
Ooh, you may be correct.
Tactics.
Oh, you are right. Fulton is around the corner.
So target Velda instead.
He's got a choice of 3, and the nearest one is Shania. So it's going to be Shania. He casts Spiritual Weapon.
That's right.
A glowing barbed spear just materializes in the air, dripping with blood, appears next to Shania and attempts to impale her.
Hey, if you could do a successful religion check, you could find out what god he favors.
What deity?
Bet it's Angazan. Bet it's Angazan.
But as we all know, crap in religion. Got nothing in it.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, it's probably Angazan.
Yeah, but how does a 19 against your armor class?
19 against my armor class. I think I might be all right.
I think you are more than all right.
It's like 20 something. I can't see it right now.
Nyamet.
23.
Nyamet, more like now you're wet.
Oh. I take away your hero points every time you say it. You see, cast the spear. You parry it with your stick. You knock it aside. It stays floating there, then keeps jabbing at you. But you have defended against it.
Annoying.
That's all he's got because he spent an action drowning in the water. He can't even properly move up to join his mates. He just literally got through the water. That's all he did. Oh my goodness me! Right, let's have some of your guys. That's what we're here for. Bubba Von Hoops.
Ooh. All right, I'm going to see before I cast any dispel magics. Right.
Yeah.
Actually, can I make instead of making a Arcana check, can I make a Tengu lore check to see if dispel magic would turn him back?
You mean a bardic lore check?
Yes.
Because that'd be a hell of a plot twist.
Yeah,
It turns
right,
out
yeah.
he's a Tengu.
Yeah.
He's the Tengu.
The Tengus and their famous habit of turning people into lemurs.
I'll make a bardic lore check to see if the spell magic would work and turn him back to Karagor and not a lemur.
Good idea.
Okay. It's not a bad roll.
Okay.
It's
a great roll.
27.
A 27 is a success.
Yay!
Dispel magic may reverse the power. Yeah, you might be able to reverse this spell with it. It will be a counteract check.
Do it.
A counteract check.
So you would make a spell. You would make a spell attack effectively.
Right.
You are trying to get a spell attack against Nyamet's because he created the water. against Nyamet's spell DC.
Oh, fuck it.
I mean,
Then
mine's
you
only
might be able to
14.
undo
I think he'll beat my spell DC. So in that case, I will leave Karagor as a lemur because I don't think it's gonna. Sorry, mate, it's not gonna work. And then I'll shoot some. Have I got Nyamet in line of sight from my cover?
You'll need to move out of cover. Actually, no, he moved up, so yeah, he can see you from here. So you can see him.
Well, I'm gonna. Hang on, is the dinosaur right by Velda?
No, Velda got away from the dinosaur.
But the dinosaur's still there.
The dinosaur's still there, yeah.
He's in the doorway.
Well, if I can't eat Velda, I might as well go home.
In fact, I'll shoot because we've done a little bit of damage to them by now, haven't we? So I will.
You've done a couple of. Yeah, you've chipped away a couple of bits.
I will
Might
shoot
start
my
focusing fire and taking them down one by one. because-
magic missile. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm going to shoot my magic missiles at Dinosaur Man.
Dinosaur Man.
23 points of damage. Already rolled it.
Oh,
Nice.
3 points of damage is very good damage as well.
Not bad, right?
Damage.
Yeah. Good magic missiles they were. My chest opens up. That's what he sounds like.
Perfectly reasonable.
Yeah,
Send a volley of magic missiles into poor Irene.
Come on, Irene.
Come on, Irene.
Hurts
Get
every
it
time, that
together.
does. Hurts every time.
Fulton Battlestone.
Okay, is anybody in range of me? 'Cause otherwise I just have to forgo my go until they get close enough to hit them.
Would you like to move to the front of the pack?
Of
You're currently
course
right
I
at the
would.
back. Okay.
Push all these mother pips out
And
the
if
way.
the dino's not in range, could you hold an action to wait until it does get in range?
Yeah.
Is it?
It's what is instead of moving up.
Yeah.
How far away is it any of the enemies?
So if you, they're pretty close. They're like 15. The dinosaur's like 15, 20 feet away from all of you.
Can I move up, hold an action? Do I have to hold the whole of the three
you
actions?
can. So you can make you can ready an action to attack if it comes within range. It effectively costs you one action to do the ready. So you won't be able to do a power attack, but you'll be able to do a regular attack if he comes within range of you.
Yeah, I'll
Just
do that.
run up there and fight.
Okay.
Yeah, but we want this little bottleneck, don't we?
Just run up and fight them.
Yeah, that's the thing, because I see the Fulton temptation to move forward, because obviously, big frontline fighter, but if he steps beyond the range of the doorway, 4 of them can attack him, whereas if he stays where he are, 2 of them max can attack him.
Yeah, it was a bit of a silly. Yeah, I'm sticking to the plan. Yeah.
I will do
should
that.
send
Run up. Excuse me. Sorry. Sorry. All right. I'm ready to take you on when you come close.
Nice. Edie
Come on, Edie.
keeps her powder dry.
Oh.
And in fact moves back a little bit.
She'll kill us all.
She's going to transform.
She'll kill us all.
Can I say something?
Yeah, of course.
Edie, we need your help.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to
You
do.
have to believe. You have to believe.
He'll get you killed.
But everything you've said so far has been so hard to believe.
You're our friend, Edie. You're our friend. Excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me.
He's only going a few feet away. Why is he doing that?
Tiny
Just
dwarf
going
legs.
around and around a circle in the group. Just like, excuse me.
This is so confusing. Shania of the Rain and Philippe of the Monkey Butt.
Right. So Shania is going to summon an elemental.
Oh, hello.
An elemental.
An elemental. Oh, wait. It's not telling me on here what I can get. I mean, I'm at level. I've got level 3 spells, I think.
Well, it depends what slot you prepared it in.
Oh, I prepared it in a level 2.
Okay. So
Okay.
It's a level 2 slot.
So yeah, but sorry, I thought it was going to be on here. The creatures that I can summon on this is a bugbear. Dan, apologies.
It's not a bugbear, it's a demon dinosaur.
Hey. Do you know what? I was just like, bugbear.
Bugbears. An annoying
Looks
D&D
like
Pathfinder
bugs.
creature.
It's
It's not, it doesn't look anything like a bug.
I know.
It's
It's
nothing
more
like
of an owl.
No, that's a goblin.
No, that's an owl bear.
No, that's
an owl bear.
that's a
That's an
bugbear.
owl bear.
Bugbears are like goblins, big hairy goblins.
Are they?
Yep.
And I think probably related to some sort of folklore, I imagine, because obviously you do have.
Did a goblin?
That's a real bugbear.
Did a goblin have sex with a bear? Is that what happened?
Yes.
Goblin had sex with a bear,
and that's how you were born.
Sex with a bear.
That was a whole different version of Brave Star. That's when he'd hung up his badge.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It got a bit rusty by then.
Speed of the booah.
That's not a good thing, Brave Star. I don't know why I'm shitting on one of my favourite childhood cartoons. I love Brave Star.
Yeah, we've talked about this.
That's great.
Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Blindness on Tiamat, or whatever his name is.
Tiamat.
You're going to have to be more specific. None of the people in this game are called that or bear any resemblance to the famous D&D monster called that.
Main bad guy who just had a terrible time getting through the water I put up.
Nyamet. Okay.
Nyamet, yeah.
Actually, now I've said them both.
See?
Fair enough. They both have Met in the name.
Not his name anyway. His name's Now You're Wet.
Now You're Wet. So I'm gonna cast Blindness on Now You're Wet. And hopefully he'll be blinded by it. Let's see what happens.
All right, let's get a. Let me quickly get a range check on that one, just to be sure.
It's 30 foot.
30 foot. You're going to need to move 10 feet closer to him if you want to use it, because he didn't manage to get any closer to you because he spent a turn drowning in your stupid water wall.
Don't listen to Dan's pull. Stay where you are, Drum.
You're my water wall.
This is how the Spartans won the Battle of Thermopylae.
Thermopylae.
Where nothing can Thermopylae go wrong.
Okay. Fine, yeah, all right. I'll move forward and I'll use it then.
All right.
Breaking the old.
Except the Spartans had 300 Spartans and we've just got one Fulton.
Yeah.
And a lemur. Right.
Slow-mo lemur.
So,
all right.
With blindness, you need to throw a fortitude, and we'll see what happens. Whether if you win it. Fortitude me.
Oh my god. There's another baller move from Shania as she steps out into the doorway ahead of you all and starts casting a spell into Nyamet. Oh. Don't care for this. But he's got good saves, but I have bad rolls, so it could be any of them, and it is a 26.
Oh,
that's definitely a save.
25.
Oh,
success.
Yeah, but is there any effect on a success, or is it literally?
Let me have a look.
Is it all or nothing?
I've got to go back to the spell now. Hold on 1 second.
Blindness, there should be a success there.
Blindness. Target is blinded until the next turn begins.
Okay, until your next turn begins.
Is that on their successful saving throw?
Yeah, on their success. Oh wait. Yeah, on their. Hold on. Critical success. The target is unaffected.
Yep.
Yeah, success. Target is blinded until its next turn begins.
He is blind until his next turn.
There we go.
Cool.
Okay, that's critical. It's his next. If it's his next turn, that means that's all right. That means he's still going to get a go.
Because he's only just had his turn. So then, by the time it gets to him, he's not blinded anymore. Is that right?
The important thing is whether it says his next turn or your next turn.
It said
its next turn. So it's,
okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine. So he's not going to be blind when his actual turn starts.
That sucks.
Right. But he's blind for the moment. So which means he is. Which means he's flat-footed. So
good.
He'll be a little easier to hit.
God, I want to do something with Philippe, but I can't. Can I?
What do you got? One action left. You could move him. Is all you could do. You could bring him up onto the front line with you, but that's about it. Or you could leave him where he is.
I'm just going to leave him where he is.
You leave him where he is, which means it is the turn of the Avothian, also known as Irene Largefeet.
Good. Step into my office, for you are about to get fired.
Step into my
office. Very nice.
Step into my murder office.
Come on, Dan. Come into me.
Irene takes a step forward.
Yes, good. Although Shania's in the way, I think, which is annoying.
Oh, not so good. Just move me out of the way. Push me out of the way.
Because I think you'll be in combat with it before it's in combat with me.
Not good.
I think. I'm not sure.
Stabs at Fulton with a long spear from 10 feet away.
Yeah, you and your spear of longness.
22 won't hit you, I'm afraid. It clangs off your armor.
Cling.
Nice. Good clang effect there. And then turns around and tries to bite Shania.
What the fuck?
Loving these. It's a 22 again. And
No, it's 23.
Oh, my goodness.
So, nah.
Irene comes in with the stab, comes in with the bite, and comes up with nothing. That's Irene's entire go.
How far away are those cultists? I reckon next turn they're all going to descend upon Shania.
Yeah, they're pretty close to Shania now.
Okay.
About 10 feet. 10, 15 feet maybe.
Get out of there.
They're pretty close.
Well, I can't do that to one. Let's go, can I?
Get out of there.
I can't see! Somebody get me some glasses! Or your eyeballs. It's Velda's go.
Okay. I'd like to... Has the cultist moved out from my flaming sphere?
Yes.
Yes, well, I'd like to move back on them.
You bring that sphere back into his life. No, I don't like the sphere.
Well, you're going to enjoy this sphere.
Please, no.
Oh.
Sponsored by Carry On.
28.
Oh, fuck off. I knew you'd bloody... right, okay, so it takes half damage of my which is 7.
Isn't it... what's the thing with Flaming Sword? Is it half damage? Is it no half damage on a successful, or is it no double damage on a crit fail?
Let's have a quick look. It's a basic.
Yeah, it's a basic.
They take no damage.
Yep, that's what I thought. It's a low-level spell.
Shit.
With a little Mario jump effect, bling, just hops over the sphere as you roll it.
I knew you'd do that. Okay, and in the second thing, so we got
2 actions remaining.
Fight.
We do have 2 actions remaining. Who's in the doorway?
Me.
Shania. Shania moved ahead of you in order to cast the spell. So the front line is now Shania, and then just behind Shania is Fulton. Just behind Fulton is Philippe and Bubba. Just behind them is Karalima, Velda, and Edie.
Okay, and who are we facing? So you got the big dude in the doorway.
Big dude is the nearest. Yeah, Irene is the nearest one. Irene has stepped right up.
Sorry, Irene.
To has stepped right up to Shania, and then there is kind of a line of cultists closing in behind Irene.
But we're still this side. We're still the other side of the bottleneck, though. Right?
You're literally in.
No, you're
the
in the
door
front.
now.
This is what we were saying.
Because you stepped into the. You're in the doorway. Everyone else is in the other room.
So could more than 2 people get us?
The room narrows, so it would be harder to. But yes, more than 2 people feasibly could get at you from there.
So the big dude. My original question: the big. Irene Largefoot, and the cultists. Are they in a line?
Ooh, I know what you're thinking.
Yes. There's only one reason the wizard would ask that question. It's whether or not to use the post office or not. Because I can't stand waiting in lines.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of lines. The trouble is, you can't move, can you?
No, and also I'm dubious as whether I could cast this and not hit my own party.
Just do it.
No.
Yeah,
because
do
if it
it.
goes wrong, I will literally send a lightning bolt through the entire party.
Yeah, but it's fine. I'm on 95 hit points. mate.
I never follow your advice. Not since the
Do it.
Do it.
Come on.
So from where you are,
Yes.
there is a way of hitting both Irene and the cultist, and one of the cultists.
Just one singular cultist.
They're in a line, but it's a different line. It will hit both of them. It will also hit Shania, though.
Yes,
that's the issue.
This is what I thought. All right. In that case, I'm going to cast Sudden Bolt. Like, he raises his fist, or at his other hand, he's maintaining one spell. It's like that. It's like with David Bowie and his glass balls in Labyrinth. That's how you maintain Flaming Sphere. Like that. And he raises his fist, and he brings it down, and a sudden bolt of lightning shoots down and hits the lizard dude. The demon.
Was it frightening?
It was. It was very, very frightening. Me. Here we go. Now, this is a basic reflex again.
It's a basic reflex. Okay. I'm feeling
a basic reflex. Ooh.
we didn't have anything else.
Yeah.
Interesting enough, this one doesn't say, it just says basic reflex, but it doesn't give any moderation on the damage or what happens if it's successful or not. Basic reflex is no damage, isn't it?
Basic means critical, no damage, success, half damage, failure, full damage, critical failure, double damage.
Splendid.
That's the basic.
Good. Yep.
Which is why Flaming Sphere always really annoys me, because it's like, it's the one thing that breaks that rule. And it's like, oh, why are you doing that at low levels?
Yeah.
It annoys me. Right, let's give Irene... Sorry, Colin, I'm going all over on this microphone. I'm just trying to find... it's almost like I accidentally closed Roll20 and I've been stalling to get it reopened. Right, Irene makes a reflex save. Irene gets a 14 on the reflex save. That doesn't sound good.
That is a fail. In fact, actually... it's my arcane DC, isn't it?
It's your arcane...
spell attack.
Arcane spell attack, yeah.
Which is... Well, that's plus 14. And then plus 10, is it? 24?
No, it's your spell DC. Well, your spell DC is that plus 10, yeah. So 24, so that is a critical fail.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Dun. So it takes double damage, I think.
Takes double damage.
Come on, roll good, little app. Oh, it's not bad. That's not bad at all. That would be a 31 on the dice.
Oh, God.
31 on the dice. So that is 62 points of lightning damage.
Nice.
62 points.
Velda's robe sort of ruffles out. There's a bit of a back blast. He's like, yes.
That was Sudden Bolt, was it?
That was Sudden Bolt, yes. Just while Dan's doing the details there, I should read it. You call down a small bolt of lightning on the target, dealing 4d12 electricity damage.
Oh my gosh, you slam a bolt of lightning down onto Irene, who just staggers sideways, suddenly regretting her decision to get up close and personal so much to you. And I think she's going to regret her choices even more, because coming up next is going to be Karalima One Fluff. But we're going to find out how that goes next week, because that's where we leave it for tonight.
Damn.
Surprise ending there, Daniel.
No lemurs were turned fat in the making of this production.
Yeah.
This week's episode was made by... This week's episode was made by our patron of the week, Stephanie Muniz. To get your name on the end of the episode, why not head on down to the Danger Club's Patreon, and you could be listening to me say your name. Yabba dabba ding dong do. Seamless.